Hello, hello, lovely people. Blueberry here, and welcome to the first episode of a brand new series. Yay! Yay! Okay, anyways, so as you could probably tell, just right off the bat, this is going to be a modded series. I have a few things behind me, just a few, that are not normal for vanilla Minecraft. And yeah, I'm actually excited to tell you all about that. So basically, the whole point of this series was for me to play around with some of the food and farm mods, such as Farmer's Delight, and there's a whole bunch of food mods out there, as I have found out. But then also just like some of the building mods. And I didn't want to do it like a regular series, and I actually do owe a thanks to Jaffa Cake Man for giving me this idea. But I thought it would be cool if instead of just a regular series, I made it like a cooking show. So welcome to the first episode of Blueberry Brown's Comfy Crafty Cooking Show. Hence my apron, as you can see. It's quite cute. Yes, welcome to the Comfy Crafty Cooking Show. This is the first episode. You might be able to tell that I like alliterations. Hopefully this is something I'll be continuing on for a while. I don't really have any plans for it to be like a weekly or like anything that's like at a certain time. It's just, you know, as I can do it. I get busy with school, so it's nice to have a series like this where it's kind of whenever I can. Anywho, I'm rambling. Yeah, also the point of this series is to not ramble. So I want to treat it exactly like you would like an actual cooking show, so that means acting as if I am in a cooking show. I haven't watched a whole lot of cooking shows, but I have watched quite a few baking shows, and I guess technically I've watched cooking shows as my mom's had them on when I was like a kid growing up, just like on in the background. So yeah, I'm trying to replicate that as best I can. We're going to be working through some of the fun recipes of Farmer's Delight and the Let's Do thing, I think. I really don't remember what it's called, which apologies for that, I guess. There's a lot of mods in here, but I'm really excited because it's just so cute. And yeah, anyways, yeah, so since this series is mostly going to be me acting as if it's an actual cooking show, I'm not really going to mention the builds. I'm not really going to mention anything that's not relevant to the cooking show. So I can't even think of an example. Like, where I'm peaceful. Yeah, it's just gonna be like a cooking show. I don't really know how that's gonna work in Minecraft, but we'll figure it out together. Once again, I'm rambling. I'll try to wrap that up. I do intend to stream this world at some point as I do more decoration. So yeah, I mean, when I do those streams, then I'll be talking about the builds, and I'll be talking about the different mods I have and all that. But for the rest of this episode and for all future episodes, for the whole purpose of it is to be in a cooking show. Okay, so ramble over, I guess. Let's get this started. 3, 2, 1, action. Hello everyone, welcome to Blueberry Brown's Comfy Crafty Cooking Show. This is the very first episode, and I'm very excited to get started. I thought that for the first episode, we may as well start with a pretty big recipe list of today. As some of you may know, the United States will be celebrating Thanksgiving in the next couple of weeks, and so I thought it'd be very appropriate to make a Thanksgiving-themed meal. I have a few good recipes I'm going to be showing us all how to make today, and I'm excited to get going. The very first thing that we'll be needing is some potatoes, and you could probably already guess where this is going. So let me head to the garden, and yeah, we'll see what's out there for me. This is my garden. I just started working on it a few months ago, so it's not all together yet. I have a few things going on. I have my carrots, I have my wheat, and I have my potatoes. Oh wait, these are onions. I thought I had potatoes. Do I not have potatoes? No, I do. There they are. That would have been really awkward. Because then I would have had to go all the way down to the shop for potatoes. I'll start with 2. I think I need a few more, so let me just do that. I don't know anything about beekeeping, but I'm hoping to learn as I go on. They seem happy, so now that we got these potatoes, actually I don't need 4, I just need 3. Oh well, it's fine. For this first recipe, we're going to be making, as you probably guessed, mashed potatoes. So, first things first, you want to chop up your potatoes. We'll also be needing some milk, just to make things a little bit creamier. My mom makes really good mashed potatoes, and I'm just hoping that this is a fraction of how good her potatoes are. So the first thing we want to do, we want to put it into the pot. We'll spread it out a little bit. We'll add the milk. We'll let it cook for a little bit. Not too terribly long. We don't want to burn anything. Hopefully at the end we'll get some really nice, really creamy, soft potatoes. Definitely one of my favorite meals of Thanksgiving. Oh, there we go. So while that's working, or cooking up, I'm gonna get started on our very next recipe, which is the main meal. Now I don't have any turkeys, nor do I have access to turkeys, but I did run down to the shop and I bought some chicken. So we're going to cook up that chicken to start it off. And look, it looks like our mashed potatoes are already nice. That was quick. See, very easy to make. All right. We have our chicken all cooked. You want to make sure that it's reaching a good amount of temperature. You don't want to get poisoned, food poisoning. You also don't want to give your family food poisoning. That would be very bad. Okay, so moving on from the hopefully cooked chicken. The roast chicken recipe is one of the more intense recipes, I do have to say so. So it actually requires quite a lot of ingredients, including these 2 potatoes. Or I have 3, but we just did 2. And I'm pretty sure I thought I could. Never mind. Here we go. We'll start cooking up those potatoes. This recipe also calls for a few more things that I'm gonna have to grab from my garden. So let me go back out there. Oh, hello, little bee. He's having the grand old time. Alright, well, I was told if I don't bother them, they won't bother me. So we're getting over any fears of being stung today. We just need 2 carrots. We need 3 wheat. And we need just 1 onion. There we go. And that's all we need from the garden. Okay, so now that we have all of our ingredients, what we're going to want to do is make some bread with our wheat, and we actually need an egg. So here, 1 egg, and then okay, yeah, that's all we need for this particular recipe. Again, it's one of the more intense recipes. We put an egg, or that's a bowl. We put an egg. We put the chicken. We put the bread, and I think I'm doing this not in the right order. And that is very important for, you know, make sure everything cooks at the right time. We put in our carrots and we put in our baked potato. And voila, we have our roast chicken. It is probably the main meal of the day of Thanksgiving. So it's pretty big deal usually. I know not everyone eats chicken or turkey. I do, so I consider it to be a pretty important part of the holiday. So I'll just quickly put that right here. Okay. All right. 2 recipes down, only a couple more to go. We've gotten through our appetizer, we've gotten through our main course, and we are on to my favorite portion, which would be dessert. And what better dessert than pumpkin pie? Now, to make a delicious pumpkin pie recipe, there's always one key ingredient, and that would be the pumpkin. So we'll grab our pumpkin, we'll put it down on the chopping board here. Then we're going to want to cut it up. Be careful not to cut yourself. Oops, we're not going to sit down. We're going to cut up the pumpkin. There we go. Make sure you're careful where you aim that knife so you don't sit down on accident. We have our 4 pieces of pumpkin, and so what we're going to do next is we're going to actually be making the pumpkin pie crust, which can be tricky. It does require milk. It actually requires more wheat, so I'm going to run back to the garden, shockingly. Okay, we are back. We have our wheat. We have our milk. And the way we make crust is pretty simple, actually. All we want to do is put down our wheat as if you were making a bowl. And then we put our milk in the center here, and that will make us our pie crusts. So we have our pie crust, we have a pumpkin. Of course, we want our pumpkin pie to be sweet, so we're going to add a little bit of sugar. We'll add an egg in there to help with the consistency, I think. I don't really... Yeah, that's the reason. That's definitely the reason. I know for a fact, scientifically, that is why you add eggs to things, for sure. We have our pie crust. We have our pumpkin slices. Oops, too many. 1 egg, 2 sugars. And here is our amazing pumpkin pie. So we're just going to put that down. Right there. Okay. Now, last meal of the day. Or last dish of the day, excuse me. And it's going to be, again, it's a dessert. Any guesses? That's right. We're making apple pie. Yes, which is actually my favorite pie. I love apple pie. So, you may have noticed that I made 2 pie crusts, and the reason is so that we could also make our apple pie. Now, I don't have any apple trees, so I did have to run down to the shop for these apples, but all the food that I have here is either locally is grown in my own garden, or from like a locally sourced. So there's a lot of shops around here that have their own farms, have their own livestock. So everything is the top of the notch welfare for any animals involved, including that chicken. Yeah, so. And everything here is locally sourced, including these apples, and also including the milk, which I believe you might need. I don't remember. No, we just need more wheat. Oh, my lands. Oh, my lands. Okay. So running back to the kitchen. I like to show everyone the process of how my cooking goes. It's a lot of jumping back and forth once I've realized that I've forgotten something. So hopefully that makes it more relevant to all you people learning how to make apple pie. Hopefully you can feel a bit more related. You can relate a little bit to the running back and forth. Anyways, we have our pumpkin pie, we have our apples, we have... Oh, no, we don't have the sugar. How much sugar do we need? We need 2 sugar. Now we only have 1 here, but luckily, one of the reasons why I decided to get some bees is so that I could always have some sugar ready to be harvested. So once again, I'm running back to the garden. It's going to be a trend for me. Hopefully these bees are okay. I've been managing their hives just as I'm supposed to. Yep, no one's bothered. Okay, good. Oh wow, it makes 3 sugar. That I did not know. We have plenty of sugar. Great, okay. Finally. Pie crust, wheat, apples, sugar. And here we have our delicious apple pie. Probably not as great as the one your grandma makes, but hopefully like 90% as good. And we'll just add that here to the dinner table. And there we have it. I cannot put the mashed potatoes down, but I'll hold them here in my hand. See? Mashed potatoes, a delicious roast chicken, 2 different pies, and yeah, that's sure to make your Thanksgiving a very delicious holiday. So thank you all for hanging out for this very first episode. Bit of a short one. I expect all episodes will be pretty short going through. I like to rush through the actual cooking process a little bit. Don't want you guys to be waiting around for all of that. I know it may take ages to cook chicken. It takes even longer to cook turkey, so for those of you who are making turkey this year, good luck. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next episode. Happy Thanksgiving.